What's up, guys? It's the average hockey fan here, and it's Montreal versus Carolina. 1-0 for Montreal so far. Sorry for starting the stream late. I was actually out. I didn't miss the first period. I just didn't get time to get set up and get my live stream going. So let's get this second period done. So far, what I've seen from the Habs, they were good for the first 2 or 3 minutes of the first. Then they were pinned in their own zone for about 7 minutes. Carolina had over 20 shots in the first period. Apparently, the ninth time this year they've had over 20 shots. But so far, great game, 1-0 Montreal. Montreal got 11 shots on the board, and Price has been on his game. Really like the save he made earlier where it was off a rebound, hit off his pad, and he got it with his glove, like right off his pad. Cat-like reflexes. Price is on his game. Let's get some people in on this live stream. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't many because I didn't announce it and it came late. So if you want to view it, you can view it, guys. Get in on it. Price looking sharp. Carey Price, or Carolina, 15-0-2. What? Career versus Carolina. 15-0-2 for Carey Price. Wow, those are great numbers. Under 2 goals against save percentage, or under 2 goals against, and well over 900 save percentage against Carolina in his career. That's what it just said on top of the board, on top of the screen. Carolina coming up Montreal zone. Hamilton takes a shot, misses the net. Carolina's missing a lot of shots tonight. How's it going, Alex? Thanks for joining the live stream. Were you too, Armin? You gonna jump in on this soon? Talking Habs with Rick, you're more than welcome. Go Habs, go, guys. Let's get this game going. One thing I've noticed, big fan, thanks, man. Subscribe to the channel. I'm a big fan too. Die hard 4 years. Never announced this live stream, so there may not be that many people in on tonight, but there are a few regulars that I'm sure will get on it. So far, good game for Montreal though. Had a rough 7 minute period of the first period, about 7 minute stretch after the first 3 minutes, but so far so good. They've been opportunistic. This is the way you're going to win against Carolina. They take a lot of shots. Whoever, Kulak goes into the Montreal bench. Throws it in. Back-to-back whistles. That storm surge. I hate that storm surge. Montreal better win this game. I do not want to see no stupid storm surge. Vince Carter, what was that? That was so lame. Vince Carter dunk, storm surge. Like, this is just cheap. This is just a cheap way to draw fans. I'm with Don Cherry. They are a bunch of jerks. Shots, 13 for Montreal, 21 for Carolina. Ooh, nice shot from Montreal. McElhaney corrals it. I thought it was going to be Mrazek tonight. I'm actually surprised with McElhaney, but Carolina is coming off a back-to-back, so I guess Mrazek played last night. I got a friend who's a big Colorado fan, and Carolina winning last night against Minnesota helps Colorado a lot, puts them in the wild card spot. Thanks for joining the feed, guys. Let's get some people in on this. I know I never announced it in my preview or anything like that. It's a late second period live stream, but go Habs, go. Petrie, I've never really noticed Petrie in that much of a slump. I believe he did have an assist last game, but as far as goal scoring, he hasn't scored in a while. Petrie's having a great year, though. I'm sure by the end of it, he will either tie his career high from last year or surpass it, if he already hasn't. I know Petrie was really hot till Weber came back, because he was playing a pile of minutes, but Petrie is a great player. With Weber back, he has diminished minutes, which means the points are going to go down. He's not playing with the best player on the team available. Weber is. Well, actually, Petrie would be the second best defenseman available, but you got to balance your lines out. So Mete is playing with Weber. Mete and Petrie weren't a good combo anyways. They don't complement each other that well. Here comes Montreal up the ice. Ooh, pass! Oh, they almost get in on a breakaway. They got behind the Carolina defense. That's one thing I've noticed about Montreal tonight. They have been able to get behind the Carolina defense. Carolina chips it up Montreal zone. Bolin comes behind the net, retrieves it, whips it out halfway up the ice. Back, it's not icing. Drouin coming down, trying to strip it off McElhaney. McElhaney easily backhands it out. Carolina coming up again. Montreal blocking those shots from coming in their zone. They've been good at holding their line. Most of Carolina's shots, like I said in my preview, have been low quality. They get a lot of shots, but a lot of them are low quality. They basically throw everything at the net. They've been doing it all year. They're one of the top teams in the leagues for shots on goal. Apparently, Dougie Hamilton is only second all-time to Ray Bourque for consecutive games with a shot by defenseman. Oh, Montreal, breakaway, in comes. Damn it, I couldn't tell who had the puck. They almost scored. In comes Kotkaniemi, he missed it right in front. Montreal got again. Armia behind the net. Byron. Oh, Armia pulled down. No penalty right in front of the net. And he got a stick to the face. A little bit of a tie up in front of the net, but Armia lets it go. Skates to the bench. I don't know if he got hurt there or not. He put his head down weird. I hope he wasn't hurt. Carolina got it in Montreal zone. Weber behind the net. Over to Mete. Mete clears it out. Oh, it doesn't get out. Actually, the defenseman gets it. Still in Montreal zone. Behind the Montreal net. Carolina behind the Montreal net. Over to the player. Aho, cycling. This guy kills me. I think that might have just went out. That looked like it went out. That looked like it slid out. If they do score, they should review that. I hope they don't score, though. Price hugging his post. Carolina fighting behind the net. Nice play by Montreal to retrieve the puck. Here comes Byron, the speedster, in the Carolina zone. Cycles it in. Oh, Montreal's going out for a line change. Wheel behind the net, passes it out to Tar with the puck, over to Petrie. Petrie fakes a shot, finally shoots it. Montreal, come on. Oh, off the side of the post, wide open net. They had a wide open net, they hit it off the side of the post. Come on. Same thing that happened to Carolina earlier, except they missed the net. Oh, you'd almost rather miss the net than hit the post on that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that would have been offside, delayed offside. No, it was. Gallagher, what were you doing? That was delayed offside, bro. Whistle stop. Lots of action so far. Hope you're enjoying the game, guys. Let's get some people in on this stream. Whether they join or not, I'm still going to do the stream. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thompson is a great fit. Not only is he a four-game point streak, he's one of the best. He is the best shorthanded player on the team. He kills penalties excellently. He's a shorthanded threat, and he creates, and he's an energy guy. Thompson and Wheel have been sick pickups, especially for what they're getting paid. And Thompson's a winner who comes from LA. No, LA have a rough year this year, but overall in his career, he's played on winning teams. He's a winner. That's the type of players you want. Montreal coming in the zone. Gallagher over to Dino cycling, pass it behind the net. Carolina gets it behind their own net. It looks like Montreal might be going out for a change. Yeah, they are going out for a change. Lekkonen's out. The Lekkonen shot. Domi line is hitting the ice. Lekkonen behind the net. Kulak retrieves it. Petrie coming up. Nice pass out front. Over to Domi. Domi over to Shaw. Come on, Domi. Get that behind the net. Still in Carolina's zone. Carolina coming out with it. They retrieve it. Coming behind Montreal's net, Lekkonen. Thanks for joining the feed, guys. Thanks for liking the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So far, 1-0 for Carolina. Great game. The Habs are pressing now after they were kind of pinned in their own zone for a bit in the first period, but they were opportunistic, so I'm not going to call it a lackluster first. Montreal coming out of the zone. They could have had a 3-on-2 this thing, but one of the players was far behind. Carolina forces it back in the Habs zone. Habs behind the net. Here comes Thompson. Cats! What are you doing? I'm doing a live stream. Stop fighting. Jeez Louise. Apparently my male cat feels like being a savage tonight. Wow. Oh my god. Be good. Get away from your mom. Buggers. I got 2 cats. One's a female, and her son is the 2-year-old. Apparently ever since he got fixed last year, he's turned into the most aggressive animal in the world. Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining the live stream. Christian Folin also has been a decent pickup. He's pretty good. He hasn't stuck out as much to me. He's kind of opportunistic. He has been a lucky guy. Hang on one second, guys. I got to retrieve a beverage. Yeah, as for Folin, he has been a great pickup. I'm not going to lie. I like what I've seen from Folin, but as compared to Thompson and Wheel and Thompson had been steals. I'm telling you right now, Jordan Wheel could turn into a Brendan Gallagher type player. He's not going to score as much as Gallagher, but what he brings to the team, the energy, the style of play he does, the ability to go to problem areas, cycle with the puck. Jordan Wheel's a great player. Go, Price, go. Yeah, you got that right, Jimmy. Price is solid tonight. Price has like 23, 24 saves, something like that. He's on his game for sure. Thanks for joining the feed, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I know you are, Jimmy. Should the Habs re-sign Ben? Yes, I would say re-sign Ben personally because he's not going to cost a lot of money. You could get him for around 1.5 mil. You probably even under that. I'm not sure what Ben would ask for, but as a depth defenseman, man, they don't come any better than that. He's smart with the puck. He's not slow like people say he is. He can definitely play with other teams. He's picked up his speed. You can tell he's working on his conditioning. So I would say re-sign Ben. And I would assume they're going to try and re-sign Ben. Because Bergevin is one of those guys that loves depth players, loves third-line pairing D-men, loves fourth-liners. We all know about Bergevin's love affair with fourth-liners. He's sure has picked up enough from in his career. But Price has been on his game tonight, guys. I've liked what I've seen from Price for sure. He's positionally sound. He's sharp. You can see him when the players, Carolina players, are in his own zone or behind his net. He's hugging the post. He's tracking the puck. This is a Carey Price type game. And one thing about tonight, Carey Price is native, and it's like Hockey Central, or it's like Hockey Day in Canada, whatever it is, Rogers hometown hockey, and it's based around natives. There's been a lot of natives in this. They showed a chief. They showed a couple of guys who broadcast native guys. Carey Price is a native guy, so this could be his night. This could be a good night for Price. Let's fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Thanks for tuning into the live stream, guys. Like, subscribe, join the channel. No, I didn't announce this. Didn't say it in my preview. Late second period live stream, but go Habs, go. Game on now in a second. Ooh, look at a cheap Armia high stick on the face-off. Ooh, and they did call it. Montreal's getting the power play. Wow, it must have been just before the TV timeout. Wow. Montreal apparently has a power play. Armia high stick on the face-off. That's the second high stick Armia's took this game. They missed the first one in front of net. He got hit from behind, and then as he was turning, he got high stick. It was kind of unintentional, but he was still high stick. This game is a pretty chippy game so far, though. I'm really liking it. Look at all the shots. There's almost 40 shots up already. Oh, Montreal. Kakaniemi behind the net. Over to Drouin. Drouin. Out the wheel. Armia shoots in front. Oh. It looks like Montreal's going 4 forwards, 1 D-man on this power play. I don't disagree. Try anything. They've got power play games in the past 2 games. I like what I see from Armia on the power play, and I really like Jordan Wheel. He has definitely helped. I don't know if Jordan Wheel plays on power play. I was talking about Wheel earlier, but Wheel's been a great addition for sure. Max Domi, late power play goal last game. 1:38 left in the power play. Montreal doesn't have a shot on it yet, I believe. Come on, guys, get some shots on net, some quality shots on Carolina. Drouin shoots in. Nice to see Drouin shooting from the top. Almost sneaks through with the tip. Montreal behind the net. Carolina forces the turnover, comes out. Drouin can't corral it, jumps over his stick, back on the ice. Price, like he is, the third defenseman out. They said earlier Price is the one best stick handling goalie in the league. 100% agree. Montreal coming up the ice. Over to Kakaniemi. Oh, they turn it over again. Bad turnover. Breakaway with Carolina. Good. Montreal comes back, corrals it. They never get a chance. That's what I'm talking about with Jordan Wheel. That's what I'm talking about with Jordan Wheel. He was back. Carolina had a wide open breakaway before the guy realized the puck was on his stick. Wheel was back and in his face, retrieving the puck. This is a terrible power play again as usual, guys. Montreal, no shots. Every time they're in the zone, it's forced back out. They can't seem to get behind the net even and create anything. Should Bergevin go after Panarin and Duchesne this offseason? No. I don't want Matt Duchesne on this team. Every single team Matt Duchesne has been on, he's played on Colorado when they had two good years the whole while he was there. He went to Ottawa to tank. He doesn't look great in Columbus by no means. He just doesn't seem like I don't know if it's his bad luck. I don't want Matt Duchesne in Montreal. Panarin would cost too much money. And Dzingel, I would love to see Dzingel in Montreal. He's not going to cost you a pile of money. He could be a lot better every year. He projects to get a little bit better, He progresses every year, and he could become a mainstay player. And in a market like Montreal, after playing in Ottawa, I feel that would be a good pickup for sure. Dzingel would be a great pickup. I don't know. I didn't know Dzingel was I guess, yeah, Dzingel's a UFA at the end of the year. Ottawa had to re-sign him. I forgot that Dzingel was a UFA. That's a good one there. Wow. I thought Columbus re-signed him, signed an extension or something, but that would be a good pickup for sure. Bergevin would do that too. He's the type of dude who don't want to sign big contracts, but want to sign in between. 10 seconds left on this terrible power play so far, guys. And of course, Carolina wins the face-off. Instantly out of the zone. Kulak could have corralled it, kept it in, but didn't. I'm not going to complain from what I've seen 5-on-5, but the power play is just a momentum killer. In comes Byron in the zone, passes it up to Byron. Look how good they're looking 5-on-5. They go back to 5-on-5, and they're like a completely different team. It's crazy. How can you be that tier? Oh, nice. Byron forced. Oh, he almost forced turnover. Oh, 2-on-1 for Montreal. Wheel over the front. Oh, nice. Another pass. God, Habs almost scored. Shoots to the side of the net. Nate Thompson corrals it. Lots of pressure from Montreal. Carolina gets it behind her own net. Maybe Jake. No, please, no, not Jake Gardner. My God. Not. I know it's a Leafs thing. They say he sucks and this and that, but we don't need another defensively inept defenseman. We don't need an offensive defenseman like that. We got Weber. He can provide the offense. We got Petrie. He can provide the offense. We need a good left-handed shot defenseman that's defensively inept and can play the game. Like Jake Gardner, he makes some really questionable plays. Some of the stretch passes he makes that gets picked off. I don't want that in Montreal. Not with this style of team. He could be a good fit. He's a really fast puck-moving defenseman. Who knows? But for me personally, it's not what I'd want as a Habs fan in Montreal. But everybody's to each their own, for sure. A lot of people would love to see Jake Gardner. If he got signed, Habs fans would go nuts. Whether in a good way or a bad way, a lot of Habs fans would go crazy if we got a defenseman like Gardner because he can produce. Shea Weber would have had more points than him this year. First thing Bergevin should do this offseason is get a decent backup goaltender. 1,010% agree. Charlie Lindgren isn't the guy. His AHL numbers are under 900. 2 years in a row, 1,000% agree with that. We have Caden Premium in the system, guys. Don't forget about Caden Premium, man. The way he's projected, future superstar, stud goaltender, World Junior starter for the USA, man. He's no joke. But he's not going to be in Montreal next year. We're looking at least 2 years with Premium, I would assume. They're not going to rush a goalie like that with Price already there. Why would Price want somebody challenging for his job when he's the starter paid $10.5 million? But future Price. Oh, Montreal almost scores off a chippy play. Comes over in between two Habs, or in between two Carolina players, and Montreal doing what they do, fires it. Being opportunistic tonight. I'm liking this. No, bringing it out the zone. Shoots it out. There's one player up. It's Tatar. Oh, he's coming in behind the defense, but Carolina corrals the puck. No, Tatar in the Carolina zone to get it out. I like what Montreal's doing, not letting Carolina gain his own much. When Carolina does get in there, they seem to be able to keep it in there, but Montreal's not giving them many opportunities to gain his own. Also, Gustav Nyquist. I would love Gustav Nyquist on the Montreal Canadiens. He's actually one of my favorite players. Literally, if I was naming top 5 favorite. Oh, Habs almost scored. McElhinney's down. Armia got the puck. Oh, Carolina forces a turnover. Is it still in their zone? Nope. Carolina's skating it out. Looks like one of the players might be going out for a change. Montreal has it behind the net. Nice. Habs retrieve the puck. This is what I'm talking about. They're not letting him gain his own. Carolina gets anything going, they can't gain his own. But as for Nyquist, yes, would love to see him on the Montreal Canadiens. I love Nyquist. He's my top 5 favorite players. Nyquist, Datsuk, Saku Kwavu. If I was listing all my favorite players, they'd be listed. Hang on, guys. I got to grab a drink. 1 second. Excuse me. Ooh, Drouin coming up. Drouin. Stick handling, getting too fancy. He was just trying to hold it in his own. Drouin seems to crumble under pressure a bit. Like, he can skate it in if he has a bit of open ice, but you get any more than 2 players in front of Drouin, and the pressure is on for that guy. But he has the ability to get past him. Carolina isn't rocking Montreal with shots in this period like they were in the first period. Well, I can't say rocking. Most of their... Oh, look at that chance by the car. Most of their attempts weren't quality. Said in my preview earlier today, the Habs keys to victory. I know Carolina's going to get a lot of shots. That's proven right now already. They're going to have over 30 shots in this game. But force some low-quality shots. No traffic in front of the net. Force them to shoot from the side. Make them take the angle so Price can stop it easily. Or weak shots from the point. Stuff like that. And that's what they've been taking. Carolina has been taking weak wrist shots from outside the face-off dash. I'm not complaining with what I'm seeing. Who do you think will win the Cup this year? Tampa Bay. That's my pick 100%. My Cup finalists this year, I'm going to go Vegas, Tampa Bay. I feel Vegas is going to repeat. But if Montreal gets into the playoffs, I know I'm picking Montreal. It's Montreal's my team. They're not going to win the Cup realistically. But from the beginning to the end, I'm going to go with Montreal. I'm not going to say at any other point, I believe this team's going to beat Montreal. Yes, Tampa Bay would be playing Montreal. I'd give Tampa Bay a 90% chance in that series realistically. But when I'm doing my previews and when I'm talking about the game, I'm going to be all Habs. I don't give a damn. Unless Tampa Bay is absolutely destroying them, I'm going to use every bit of positive I can to give Montreal some kind of recognition. And who knows, there is a chance. There's been lesser teams that have won the Stanley Cup. Carolina, many years ago, a prime example with the young Cam Ward. But realistically, Tampa Bay is going to win the Stanley Cup. Tampa Bay, Vegas are my picks. I wouldn't be shocked if Winnipeg got into it too. But I think Vegas going out getting Stone, Pacioretty coming on to pass a little bit, getting their players out. Carlson in Vegas is red hot. Getting their players going. My picks for the final would be Lightning and Vegas for sure. But my hopes for the final are Montreal Canadiens and whoever. I would love even an Eastern Conference final. Just imagine that turnaround from they were ranked in the power rankings by like TSN Sportsnet to be 27 to be a bottom basement team, and now they're like competing for a playoff spot. It wouldn't be inevitable them going to the Eastern Conference Finals if they got a good, favorable first round matchup. I'm praying for the first overall wild card. I want that first wild card so they can play New York or Washington, very beatable teams. Because Tampa is like a death wish in the first round. Like you can probably beat them in the playoffs after they've been wore down by teams like Boston and Toronto and stuff. But to play them in the first round fresh coming off the season they've come off, a historical season for Tampa Bay Lightnings all around, could possibly surpass Montreal's overall point total. They wouldn't be the greatest team. There was ties back then. It's a whole different era, but they could possibly surpass that. They're not far off it. They're over 120 points for sure. And they got 7 or 8 games left. Face off in the Carolina zone. Come on, Hives, win this playoff. Or win this face off, excuse me. Got you talking about playoffs, guys. Nate Thompson wins the face off. Just like I said, Mete shoots it. When are you going to get your first goal, Mete? Come on, buddy. I know you got it in you. Carolina coming up. Wouldn't we all love to see Mete get his first goal? I swear to God, the streets of Montreal probably celebrate like they won the Stanley Cup just for Mete getting his first goal because it would be such a big deal now. And that kid has over 120 games played. Beautiful defenseman, fast, can play defense, and just can't score a goal. Watch the Bergevin do this offseason to fix the power play. What Bergevin should do this offseason to fix the power play is get another pure goal scorer. He's probably not going to do it. Or just somebody like Wayne Simmons, he's not going to get Wayne Simmons. He's obviously signed in Nashville. But to get somebody like a Wayne Simmons, somebody who's willing to go to the problem areas, stand in front of the net. The Habs don't have anybody that parks themselves in front of the net, but not only do they not have anybody who parks themselves in front of the net, they can't even stay in the zone and set anything up to get anybody in front of the net. It's crazy. Like, their power play is so bad. Their power play is the worst. In my lifetime, it's the worst I can honestly remember seeing of the Habs power play. Because they can't do anything with it. They can't get any setups. They can't keep it in their own zone. But the past 2 games, it has been a lot better. Domi, a guy like Domi can help the power play a lot next year if he shoots more. Habs signed Panarin for the PP. I wish they would sign Panarin, but they're not going to sign that contract. He's going to want a boatload of money. They already got Weber signed up for almost $7 million a year. They got Price making $10.5 million a year. Just cap-wise, they can't afford to do that, especially with the prospects they got coming up that they're going to need to extend. Panarin wants long-term, top dollar. That's what Panarin wants, and Habs can't afford to do that, even if they absolutely wanted to. Unless they're cleaning out some prospects and going a whole different route and just signing UFAs. They're really not even going to attempt to sign Panarin. But I would love to see it, guys. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't cry about it. If it was long term, maybe. But if they got Panarin on like a 3-year deal, I wouldn't cry. Tatar up to the zone. In the Tatar right in front of McElhaney. Maybe for max 3 years. Maybe they're not going to sign him for max, but yeah, maybe I get what you're saying now. For maximum 3 years, for the longest 3 years. Yeah, 3 years would be the max I'd go. No more than $7.5 million, no more than $7 million. I don't even know about that. Panarin, what I see from him in Columbus is a guy who pretty much plays for money. Have you heard anything on Jolson? Absolutely nothing. Last thing I heard on Jolson was he might have a career-ending injury. It could possibly be career-threatening. And then after everything I heard after that was he should be fine. He might be able to play in October next year. I've heard so many different rumors on Jolson. I wish I was like an insider on the Habs or like the AHL team and like knew what was on the go or like a team doctor, because they're keeping that super under wraps. I believe it's nerve damage in his face though. And the crazy thing is, literally a couple of games after it happened to Jolson, Weber took a slap shot, exactly the same style slap shot off the face. Looked like it was going to be the same style injury, but he recovered after 1 game and played and scored a goal in the next game with the big old heater on his face. Shows what kind of a beast Jay Weber is, guys. Montreal still up 1-0. 6:08. Montreal 2-on-1. Ooh, good to get him beyond the play. Good job by the Carolina defenseman to break that up. But Montreal in behind the net. Who we got out here? We got Armia, we got Drouin, we got Kakaniemi coming back up the ice. Oh, they're really slow skating. They look like they're tired though. 2-on-2. Carolina looks like the fresher team here. They need to change their lines. Montreal, they look slow just saying. Every single one of them were lagging up the ice coast and just in. I do not like seeing that at all. Hold this 1-0 lead. This might come down to Carey Price tonight, guys. We're going to have to see. I'm not hating what I'm seeing from the Habs, but I'm not loving what I'm seeing from the Habs either. Inconsistency here kind of tonight. How much Armia make this offseason? I'm not sure what Armia makes. I'm pretty sure he's been extended. Armia signed as a Hab. I think he makes $2 million, something like that. He doesn't make a boatload of money. He's bottom six player. That's what he's considered. That's what he's slotted as, bottom six player. But I'd say probably $2 million, something like that. I know they the way they got Armia was taking a bad contract, and Armia came with it, and they basically gave Winnipeg nothing, and they got Armia, and they had to buy out a bad contract. That's how they signed Armia. That would be a good way to sign somebody in the offseason, or somebody. That would have been a good way to acquire somebody at the deadline, but Bergevin couldn't pull it off. I know a guy who's chatting a lot about Scotian Canadiens that made a really good suggestion with Anaheim. He said you could buy out Corey Perry's contract with the pile of cap he had this year and get like a great player like Montour or somebody else back. Just take the risk. But fortunately or unfortunately, Bergevin didn't do it. Don't forget to like this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching my live stream. Thanks for viewing the channel. Hope you're enjoying the game as much as me. So far, so good. Let's see this lead going. I'd like to see the Habs playing with the lead. It makes a big difference playing a team like this when you're playing the game, chasing. And you also got to remember that Montreal played in Montreal last night, then flew to Carolina, probably didn't practice today. Price is probably still tired from last night's game, so they're not looking bad for a team that should technically be tired. I know if I was working last night, like late till last night, till about 10 o'clock last night, and they said, now you got to jump on a plane, fly to Carolina in the United States, and play a game in a couple hours, or go to work in a couple hours. Like, I know I wouldn't want to do it. For the money the day gets paid, though, they're not complaining. Yeah, a lot of native stuff tonight here, guys. It's like hockey. Rogers Hometown Hockey is really focused around Native Americans tonight, or Native Canadians, whatever you want to call them. Totally cool with it, not complaining at all. Carey Price is like their boy for sure. His mom was a chief of some band in Anaheim Lake. Ooh, the phone is getting down there on percentage. How much time is left? We got 5:40 going to this. Let's hope the phone holds up for this live stream. May have to set up a new mount after this live stream, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. The offense bailed out on Price last night. Price wasn't having a great night. That's something. Oh, the offense bailed Price out. Yes, God, did they ever. I said that in my preview. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Like the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Check out my reviews and previews. But I said in my review that the offense really did bail Price out. It was one of those rare games where the offense bailed the goalie out. I would have loved to see him do that for Niemi in the Tampa game earlier in the season. Niemi, Montreal lost to Tampa 6-5 in like the last minute of the game. I can't show the TV. There's copyright rights. Your channel will get taken down. A live stream for a hockey game, you can't show the actual game. Maybe on Facebook Live or something like that, but you can't show the TV. You get copyrighted instantly. That's the type of stuff you get your channel taken down over. But I wish I could. 1-0 Montreal. Carolina coming up in the zone. Some good suggestions here, guys, for trades and stuff in the offseason, and giving me some good ideas for material. I actually, at the end of the season, coming up into July, I'm going to look at possible targets for the Habs, what I think they're going to do with the prospects, all that. If you subscribe to the channel, if you're a regular viewer, if you're not, thanks for joining in. But I always talk about prospects. I always review games and recaps. If anything happens big with prospects, I talk about it. Suzuki in the playoffs, I'll be doing updates and all that. Ron Paling, hopefully he's going to re-sign. I don't know if he wants to go with the NCAA playoffs. I haven't checked it out in a little while, but I am going to check that out soon, actually. Been really focused on Montreal with this wild card race going. It's hard to focus on other hockey with this intense. It's like playoff hockey these last few games. I'm not complaining, but I would have liked to see Montreal had a playoff spot secured by now. Because literally a month ago they had like a 7-point lead on the team closest to the wild card. Do Suzuki and Poling play next year? I believe they do. I believe they both. My personal opinion is they're both going to play next year. This is a young team. They're already willing to play young players. Describe the game then, please. I'm stuck in Infa for 36 hours. for work before going back to Denmark. Yeah, I'll do the best I can to describe the game, my buddy. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, guys. But yeah, what were we talking about? Just saying, Suzuki and Poland, yes, I do. Suzuki and Paling, excuse me, yes, I do believe they're both going to play. I believe Ron Paling will end up. I don't see him being fourth line center, maybe third line center, maybe they'll move Kakaniemi up, and Suzuki's going to end up on the wing. I don't see him playing center next year, but eventually he will. As for the game, it's still positive right now. They're showing a couple plays. Okay, face off. Carolina's taking it up in Montreal zone. Montreal turns it over. Here comes Nate Thompson in the zone. Here comes Wheel skating hard after the puck, or Paul Byron skating hard after the puck. Corralled behind Carolina's net. Nate Thompson on the puck. Paul Byron out to Jordan Wheel. Jordan Wheel gets it. They can't get it out to the point. Carolina gets the turnover. Forced turnover by Carolina. Ooh, nice play by Ben to try and keep it in. Carolina come up the ice. Montreal gets it first. Jordan Wheel passes back into Montreal zone. 41. Paul Byron coming up the ice. Passes it over to, I believe they're changing now. McElhaney has it behind his net. I'm no expert at calling games, guys. I'm doing the best I can on a live stream here. I know a lot of people like to hear the game describe themselves. Kakaniemi skating hard, trying to come get it from McElhaney. McElhaney passed it off to a player. Carolina player come up the ice. Ooh, Drouin first to the puck. Lazy back pass, but thankfully gets it through the Carolina player. That's how Drouin gets a lot of turnovers. Cause he did that last game, and they turned it right over, took it in his zone, and scored. You can't throw a lazy backhander when a player's chasing right behind you. Just look over your shoulder and whip a backhand behind you. I play shinny. I don't even play professional hockey, and even I know you don't do that. You turn around, you do what you can. You whip it over to the guy beside you. You try and get it as far, extend your stick as far away from that player as you can and get a pass off or just shoot it. Who cares if you ice it or not, as long as you don't turn it over. Suzuki will most likely be in the AHL next year, and Paling's still in university, which, by the way, is no contract. Paling won't be in university next year. This is his last year in NCAA. He's already said that. He's going to sign after the offseason. I truly believe that. He has to sign. The Habs have his rights for the next 3 years, unless he wants to maybe not play for an NHL team or go some kind of dispute in a market he's already comfortable in. And Suzuki, maybe he might not play. He's not going to be in the OHL or anything like that. He might go to Laval. Maybe you're right about that. But Paling's going to be signed next year, and he's either going to be in Laval or he's going to be in Montreal. He's not going to be in the NCAA. Paling's already made that clear. Oh, nice save. Ooh, Price with a beautiful save. It was stopped right in front of him. He didn't see the puck, and a nice play by the crowd. Carolina's putting pressure on Montreal right now. I believe there's a penalty. Who's it on? I think it might be on Carolina for a cross check on Tatar. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see now. I think it's on Dougie Hamilton, maybe. Price just made a beautiful save. It bounced off on the rebound in front. He didn't see it. He looked the other way, and Deneau made a beautiful save to scoop it out. They would have scored for sure if Deneau didn't have to come over and get that. There was a defender right in front, guys. But there's a power play here now. I'm trying to see what's on the go, what's happening. Maybe he went over the net, but the ref blew the whistle and pointed at a player. Power play. Carolina has a power play. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. I think Thomas Tatar was the one who actually took the penalty. It was Thomas Tatar hooking. He still has one more year to finish his diploma. We need to sign him ASAP this summer. I'm pretty sure Paling's getting signed after this year, but I'm pretty sure whether he has one more year to get his diploma or not, I'm not sure if he's going to get it or if he's watching to go, but I'm hearing nothing but Ryan Paling is coming to Montreal this year. You're the first I've heard say that. But if you're right, you're right. I'm not going to complain about it. Develop him the best you can. Probably best for his development to keep him in the NCAA. But from what I've heard from everything that Montreal, he's coming into, he's signing this. Not 100% signing, but he's not going to be in the NCAA next year. It's just what I heard. Just what I've been hearing. I haven't heard anything about him staying another year in university. But if they do, I wouldn't complain because young players like that are best to keep and develop. They're not all Kakaniemi. I am right. Paling has no contract with the Habs after this year in NCAA. I didn't say he had a contract with the Habs. He will possibly sign a contract with the Habs after this playoffs in the NCAA. Paling has not said for sure he's going to stay in the NCAA. I've heard nothing of that. I've heard that he's done with university hockey after this year. Everything I've read, every article I've read suggests that he better be loyal and sign. Yes, I would assume he would. He kind of is forced to. They own his rights. He can't just not sign and nothing happen. They own his rights. And Kirk Muller should 100% go. I've been saying that for like 2 years now because the power play wasn't great last year. He's kind of an old school player. They're kind of doing what Edmonton's doing, keeping older guys around that have been faithful to the team, that have been good to the team. But Muller was good back when like Markov was there. When they did sign Radulov, he was good too. And he had some good players then, but Muller's system on the power play is just brutal. Like they cannot keep it in the zone. They dump and chase, and they can't gain zone entry. Jonathan Drouin is the quarterback of the power play. I'm like completely disagree with it. Like Brett Kulak looked like a better quarterback. It looks like a better person at gaining the zone than Drouin. Drouin's a fancy skater. He has fancy moves. He's fast. But as far as getting it in that zone and not making a stupid play as soon as you get in there, I I don't know what to say about him there. 38 seconds left in the power play. Montreal's killed it off pretty good so far. Carolina's got nothing of it, but they just kept it in the zone. Price tried to dump it out. He dumped it a bit weak. Oh, it just trickles outside the zone. 25 seconds left on the power play. That was a nice play by the Habs. That was kind of lucky for that to trickle outside the zone. Carolina player was really close. Do you think we will ever see Patrick Waugh behind the bench? Probably not. There would be other teams going after him if he was hot. Even if the PP is a problem, players, it doesn't matter. Muller needs to go with breath of fresh air, 110% degree. Look how good the defense has gotten with the breath of fresh air. They got new system in Laval, new head coach in Laval. It hasn't worked out, but as far as Montreal's new coaches, Dominic Bouchard, whose name is Luke Richardson, these guys have done wonders. Look how good the defense is under Richardson. Like, who think a guy like Brett Kulak would be able to play in Montreal solidly every game like he has, become a mainstay, consistent player? But he has. Not saying he'll stay there forever, but so far so good. And thanks for liking this, guys. Thanks for viewing the live stream. I truly appreciate it. I'll do the third period if I can. 12 seconds left. Montreal flying up the zone. Dino got the puck. Come on. 9 seconds left. Did a nice cheeky goal at the end of the third period. I said this game's going to go to overtime. I hope it doesn't. I hope the Habs win 1-0. Shut up for Price. Period's over, guys. See you next period. Hope you're enjoying the game, and the guys who can't watch the game, I'll do the best to describe what's happening. Thanks for the advice on people who's from Montreal son. I'm going to use this as good material, and as far as the Paling thing, I would really like to look into that myself. I'm not sure if he's going to re-sign in the offseason, but everything I've seen suggests he is going to re-sign this offseason and end up in Laval or Montreal, but could be me. I'll be back if I can. Appreciate it, man. If you want to tune in, you can tune in. If not, it's not a big deal. I didn't make an announcement for this live stream. I did a preview earlier. I didn't even mention it. I got home late. I wasn't even going to do a live stream, but this game is so good. I was getting so into it. I got a bit of free time on my hands, so I decided to do it. There's a half a second left. We're playing again for a half a second. Anyways, guys, I'll be back after for the third period. Hope you're enjoying the game. Go Habs, go.